the other thing, the transfer window is finally shot.
Pate after pate. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So Arsenal actually, did bits this window.
We we did bits. Yeah, we finally got a player that we've been crying out for so long. Thomas Partey from Atletico Madrid on deadline day. And I think this is one that they knew was going to happen. They kind of held it back because they were trying to go for the OR one, and everyone was so disappointed the day before because we heard that he wasn't coming to Arsenal. The deal was off. That Lyon was playing hardball, and Arsenal wasn't going to give up the money. So everyone was kind of sad and a little depressed. Then somehow yesterday it just emerged that Thomas Partey, Arsenal are set to
trigger the release.
Yeah.
Clause.
And
yeah, it was like I was one of those people that was hoping for the surprise, for the that's saying that psych, we just wanted to, but that wasn't the case. But with Partey coming in, it was like okay.
Yeah.
So at least we can't say that Arteta has been backed.
Yeah, and that's probably why he was so confident every time.
I'm saying he's been backed, so actually expecting something decent from him.
Yeah, with
this season.
Yeah, if we rate the transfer dealings so far, Gabriel,
Willian,
Partey, Ceballos back on loan again.
Yeah,
the most important one,
Aubameyang signed the team.
Important one, and we got that goalkeeper, Runnerson, as a backup.
Yeah, we got him. So I think it was
decent.
It was a decent window.
Yeah. So let's see what, because at the end of the day, I'll say that the only downsides was that we couldn't move out a lot of the players that we needed to.
I wasn't surprised at that because with the way how the wage structure is, most teams just can't play.
No one is going to pay and this is the problem since the Wenger era, is that a lot of players have been on high wages that they don't need to be on, and that's also
it was one of Wenger's philosophies that I did not agree with, because he felt that he never wanted the players to see one as being greater than the other, so he always wanted all of them to be on the same similar wages, and I was just like,
it's like, no, because some players are
better. Are better and more important to the team than others,
and that's why they should get the money. But now it makes it harder to sell because no one wants to pay the wages of Mustafi or
Kolasinac. I heard is almost on 100, and it's like, no,
or Socrates, and also we have to take into account COVID-19 has made things significantly more difficult for a lot of teams, apart from Chelsea. But if you notice, not everyone was able to move as many players as they could. We were just hoping.
Yeah, not everyone. But I mean, like you said, apart from Chelsea, who were pretty much just playing FIFA at this point.
Yeah, but
I think the only team that pretty much had a terrible window was Manchester United.
I mean, was it that terrible?
They only brought in Van de Beek, and they brought in Cavani on the last day, and this dude from Porto.
Right. I mean, is the dude from Porto, is he coming now? I think he's coming in January, I believe.
No, he's there now. There's some other player
that they got that's coming in January.
But that's like a youth player. I think he's like 18 or 19.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying I feel for the United fans, because as Arsenal fans, we know, we felt this pain.
We've experienced these shenanigans.
Yeah, so it's like it's buying without a plan, buying without any idea of what these players are going to be used for. I think the Cavani one was a panic buy, because I think they got him on a free, actually. I think they got him on a free. But I think it was just to make the fans a little bit more appeased. Oh, we have Cavani. Cavani's a great player, don't get me wrong. But
he's not what Man U need.
Why are they getting Cavani right now? and don't they need? I believe they need a striker, correct?
Uh, I don't know. I think that what they wanted was a wing, someone on the wing, which
They
was
were
why
trying to
going
get Sancho for the
Sancho.
entire.
And then we now heard that they were looking for alternatives, and that's why there was Usman Dembele. And so it was wingers they were looking for.
Okay, yeah, they were trying to get wingers
Because like Greenwood is actually a striker, but they've been playing him out wide because I think he's a better wide player, or he's a better option than Daniel James at the moment. Because Daniel James is a wide player that they have, and what is it that this Man U fan said to me that all he does is just kick the ball and run. That's it.
Well, but yeah, so it's like they're getting players in that aren't fitting what they need as a team.
No, I mean, it comes down to it. They did not back their manager. That's plain and simple what it is. I guess the board believes that like what he has is good enough.
I don't know.
I mean, if he was good enough for third last season, well, they should see that every other person has improved. So that should be.
And
that means
that's
it's going to
the
be
thing.
harder.
That's the thing. Everyone is improved. Even Tottenham had a better transfer window. Tottenham had a really good. Yeah,
window.
they had a great.
They
transfer
brought in
window.
an actual backup striker for Kane. They brought in the left back that they need.
And
They brought in
brought back
midfielder, and then they
Bale.
brought back Bale.
I mean, I was like, wow, they're actually moving. It's like
It's-
Daniel Levy.
Yeah, no, I heard that they brought in a director of football that actually helped them with that.
That's probably why. Because I was wondering, I was like, this is very unlike them to be getting not only just bringing in players, but then bringing players that they actually need. I was like, this is very un-Tottenham like.
Oh yeah, well, I think because of they have Mourinho, because Mourinho wouldn't have gone there if they hadn't told him that they were actually backing.
That's
Because
true.
like what they did with Pochettino was just messed up.
Yeah, they kind of just left him out to dry, and he took the brunt of it for them. But yeah, that's why they could be a dark horse this season. So we don't know what's gonna happen with them. And
I don't think they're a dark horse. The dark horse is like one of the smaller teams.
Sorry, I mean I would say yeah, you're right. They're not a dark horse. That's probably the wrong
but
terminology.
they'll be competitive for
They
one
would
of the
be-
top four positions.
Yes, they're in that race. Dark horse might be Everton since they're normally not in there.
No, but Everton is still like a top 10 team. A dark horse is like one of the teams you don't expect to finish.
I'm just
high.
thinking about for top four specifically.
Yeah,
is
no,
what I'm
I
thinking
mean
about.
all the teams that I see competing for top four are okay. Let's just take
There's like 8 to 10 teams actually.
if we take Man City and Liverpool, because the truth is they're okay. They haven't started the season all that well. I mean, I guess Liverpool's on is better, but they're still miles ahead of almost every other team.
Yeah.
So the teams competing for pretty much third and fourth are Arsenal, Chelsea, Man U, Everton, Wolves, Leicester. That's 6 teams.
You didn't say Tottenham.
Oh, Tottenham 7.
Bruh.
7
that's
teams
just
competing for
for
two
places.
positions.
My word. But the thing is,
No matter what happens, it's gonna be an enjoyable league.
yeah, it's gonna be an enjoyable season. I see. I'm not gonna make any sort of predictions. We already did that before, but it's
Yeah,
it's
but I'm just saying,
gonna
like, I mean, because we're on the topic of transfers, I'm just saying, based off, all the teams that have done transfers and stuff, you can see the teams are actually pushing for this.
yeah, everyone has definitely improved significantly. Now it's really up to management and the way I'm
Management,
looking at it.
and see whoever gets an injury.
That's also
Because
true.
we seem to forget that. Because I feel the reason why, another reason Liverpool won last year is because
They had pretty much
their
zero
entire
injuries.
team was hardly injured, and if they were, it was probably for a very short time.
Right. And that's why squad rotation is so key right now and getting like backup players.
Yes, squad rotation is going to be very important. And then the season is shorter, so it's like it's squeezed up, so there's more games.
Yeah, and I mean January is not far away, so that's another transfer window coming up very soon. So teams could still strengthen again. It's there's so much. It's hard to make any sort of prediction, any concrete prediction.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Which other transfer did you think that was like surprising, or which team made like a good impact that you saw?
Yeah, like I said, Arsenal did well. I thought Aston Villa did really well. I mean, there's like we said, Chelsea was just playing FIFA.
I
And
mean,
buying
if
whatever.
Chelsea, the way I look at Chelsea right now,
No, I feel like the teams that have the most pressure on them, or pretty much the managers that have the most pressure on them, are Guardiola and Lampard.
right?
Because Guardiola, they spent more money on defense again.
Mm-hmm.
But then Lampard, they've
They've done everything
they
possible.
pretty much took him to the candy store and said, "What do you want?"
Yeah,
And he was able to go wild.
went ham.
So in a way, I feel like it's even more on him than it is on Guardiola.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's still high, very high on Guardiola because they've spent over what, $500 million on defense alone.
Yeah, but the thing is, at least Guardiola has delivered. He's won them leagues. The only thing is that the Champions League. They haven't done well. But if you want to talk about trophies, he has brought that.
Right. Lampard, I still think they'll do well. I just have a sneaky feeling that they're not going to do as well. I mean, don't quote me on it. I don't know if they'll end up in the top four.
They have the team for it.
They have the team for it. But I'm
And,
still not fully convinced.
I
by
mean,
Lampard.
they haven't
That's just how I
played
feel.
any spectacular football, but they've won games.
No, yeah, they have. They have. I just don't want to be in the Europa League again. I'm just tired. Oh,
Well, like I said, the season just started, so we'll see how it goes.
yeah.
So there are no games this weekend. It's the
It's
international.
break, which is always a little boring. But yeah, so it's an international break. We'll try to watch some of those games, but those aren't usually as good.
No, I think it's the Nations League that's actually on. So there could be some. I haven't looked up the games, but there's usually some interesting, games between some really good countries. So
Yeah.
so that I look forward to.
Yeah,
Because I'm first and foremost, I'm a fan of the game. So whenever it's on, I just want to watch it.
yeah, no, fair enough. I'm just excited for the league to return, and I want to see how Arsenal is going to set up now that we have Partey, and if that's going to change the formation. But I think the next we have Man City next.
I believe so. Yeah.
So I mean, he's probably not going to play in that game, but I want to see how he's incorporated into Arteta's system and what we're gonna do with that. So yeah, it's looking quite interesting. We didn't even talk about we made the Pablo Mari deal permanent, and the Cedric Suarez one.
Yeah, those were a lot early in the window. So
Right. So I mean, that was still part of this transfer window. But yeah, I think that was most of the stuff we wanted to cover.
Yeah, that was it. So yeah, this episode is shorter than usual, but it's just we're still getting over the
shock,
over the hangover of Sunday. I think those games were perfect that they were right before the international break, because that's what is giving us the feel.
Yeah, it's giving us a nice
the feel for these 2 weeks. So, thanks for listening. As always, you remember you could catch us on Anchor. That's where we post, and then you can also find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, pretty much anywhere you listen to your podcast. And we're also on YouTube.
Yeah.
Football by the Sea. So
Click
check
on
us
the
out
link.
there. Check us out if you want.
Links below.
Exactly, links below. Sorry, like you said, the social media page will be up pretty soon. We have that. Thank you as always for listening. We appreciate you, and have a good one. Stay safe.
We're out.
Hi, Gina here, one half of Football by the Sea. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more, check out our channel. And if you enjoy the content we're putting up, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Everyone counts. If you want to listen to the full podcast, check out the links in the description. You can find us on pretty much every podcast platform out there. Thanks again for watching. Take care.